They call it the immortal jellyfish, a creature no bigger than your fingernail, floating quietly through the dark waters of the Mediterranean Sea. It has no brain, no heart, and no concept of time, yet it may hold the closest thing we have ever found to biological immortality. While humans spend billions fighting aging, this jellyfish simply doesn't care. When danger comes or when its body begins to fail, it does something no other animal can truly do. It hits the reset button on life. To understand how strange that is, we need to step inside its transparent body. The species is called Turritopsis dohrnii. At first glance, it looks like any other jellyfish, a small, bell-shaped body, trailing tentacles, pulsing gently in the current. But its true power isn't visible. It hides deep in its cells, in the way it can reverse the entire process of aging. Most animals follow a one-way road: birth, growth, maturity, decline, and death. But Turritopsis dohrnii ignores that rule. When it's injured, starved, or too old to reproduce, it transforms. Its adult cells literally change their identity, turning back into young, undifferentiated cells, just like when it was first born. Scientists call this process transdifferentiation. Imagine if your skin cells could become brain cells, or if your liver suddenly turned into new muscle tissue. That's what this jellyfish does, across its entire body. Here's how it works. When the jellyfish senses stress, it sinks to the ocean floor. There, it collapses into a soft, shapeless blob. Over the next few days, this blob reorganizes itself into a tiny polyp, a baby version of the jellyfish's earliest life stage. It's like a butterfly turning back into a caterpillar. From that polyp, dozens of new jellyfish buds appear, each one genetically identical to the adult that came before. Essentially, one dying jellyfish becomes the parent of many newborn copies. It has reversed death by cloning itself into new life. If conditions stay stable, those babies grow up, reproduce, and live normal jellyfish lives until the cycle repeats. And theoretically, it could repeat forever. But does that mean it's truly immortal? Not exactly. In nature, immortality is a tricky word. Turritopsis can still be eaten by predators, destroyed by disease, or damaged beyond repair. What makes it immortal is that it can escape aging, not death itself. It's a biological loophole, the ability to reset its clock indefinitely if the environment allows. This discovery fascinated scientists when it was confirmed in the 1990s. It challenged everything we thought we knew about life's limits. For centuries, aging was seen as inevitable. The slow buildup of damage in our cells, the breakdown of DNA, the loss of regenerative ability. But here was a creature that could restore its youth again and again. No medicine, no surgery, just nature doing the impossible. Researchers began to wonder, could this process exist in other animals, maybe even humans? If we could unlock the genes behind this transformation, could we slow down aging or even reverse it? Some scientists believe Turritopsis holds valuable genetic secrets. Its DNA seems to include special pathways that activate regeneration and cell reprogramming. In humans, we already know certain cells, like stem cells, can behave in similar ways. They can become many different types of tissue. But in us, that power is limited. In the jellyfish, it's unlimited. A few labs are now comparing its genome with human aging genes, hoping to find parallels. If we can learn how its cells reboot themselves without turning cancerous, we might apply the same mechanism to human tissue repair, anti-aging medicine, or even organ regeneration. Still, nature doesn't give away its secrets easily. Studying Turritopsis is difficult. It's small, fragile, and nearly transparent. Keeping it alive in captivity long enough to watch it reset has been a major challenge. Most lab specimens die before they can transform. Only a few researchers have actually witnessed the full reversal from adult to polyp. Even then, the exact chemical triggers, the molecular signals that start the process, remain a mystery. Some marine biologists suspect that its immortality isn't a single switch, but a network of reactions. Stress hormones, cellular proteins, and genetic feedback loops all working together. In other words, immortality might not be one secret trick. It might be a fragile balance that only this tiny jellyfish has mastered. But the story doesn't end there. The immortal jellyfish has begun spreading beyond its original home. Because it's so small, it often travels unnoticed in the ballast water of cargo ships. Now, populations have appeared in Japan, Panama, and even the Atlantic Ocean. It's quietly colonizing the planet, multiplying wherever conditions allow. Some scientists worry it could outcompete native species. After all, how do you compete with something that doesn't die? Others see it as a natural miracle, proof that evolution can solve problems we still struggle to understand. For humans, immortality has always been more myth than science. Every civilization has dreamed of eternal youth, from alchemists searching for elixirs to billionaires funding longevity startups. Yet a creature smaller than a grain of rice may have beaten us to it millions of years ago. When you look at Turritopsis dohrnii drifting through the ocean, glowing faintly in the dark, you're not just seeing a jellyfish. You're seeing a timeline with no end, a living loop, an organism that tells the universe, I'm not done yet, and maybe, hidden inside its genes, lies the future of ours. So the next time you think about immortality, remember, nature already perfected it, quietly, simply, and without needing to ask for it. The rest of us are still catching up.